last night I was watching a little bit of a podcast. There's this guy who I heard of him through Joe Rogan's podcast. His name's Joey Diaz. He's a comedian. He's fucking hilarious, man. Uh-huh. And like he's from Cuba originally, but he just looks like super Italian. Like he looks like one of those mafia guys from one of like whatever, Goodfellas, movies like that. And so he was talking about how he's got a really interesting story. Like, he was a coke addict for much of his life, and now he's a really successful comedian, and he's just a really down-to-earth guy. And he was talking about how he used to, even when he was, like, at the height of selling coke and doing coke, he was still taking classes. Like, he was still taking community college classes. And his mom died when he was, like, really young. So this is after his mom died. He kind of had, like, no guidance or anything, but he was selling coke, doing coke, and he was still going to community college. And he was like, I don't even know why I was doing it, because I didn't feel like there was anything waiting for me on the other side. Like, there's nothing that school would teach me that would lead me to a career that I'd have that I'd enjoy. So I didn't even know why I was doing it. I was just doing it. And as he was telling that story, it occurred to me that I am quite possibly the worst in the world when it comes to, like, menial details for shit that I don't care about. Like, think about being in his shoes. His mom died when he was young. He's got no guidance whatsoever. He's selling coke. He's doing coke. He's got all this shit going on, and he still decides, let me, like, pick up the phone, call a community college, get whatever kind of paperwork and applications I need sent to me, or go pick them up, fill out the entire form, submit the form, pick my classes, go through all that shit. You know where I would have fallen off the bandwagon? At the very first step, like the phone call. I'd have been like, I don't know if I can call anybody. Let me just continue to sell coke and do coke, and I'll be all right. Like, and then that got me thinking, and that I think that's one of those things that influences my political beliefs, is that I know that so many people are good at some things and shitty at other things, right? And I'm one of those people where if I like something, I will be the best. I think I could beat almost anybody if I really like something. Like I'll outwork you. I'll dedicate all my time to it, and I'll be a freak of nature on that thing. That's my strength. But when it comes to normal shit, you know, like that, like going through the minor steps you have to go through to get to point B on something I wouldn't care about, I'm the worst in the world. I'm the worst in the world. You know, I wouldn't be able to keep my shit together.
100%, dude. That's like where every time when I was applying for a fucking job, it's just like I literally don't mind picking up the phone, but I'll pick up the phone and just call you. If you have questions, just ask me. But like a billion times to fill out like name, address, like previous employers, like relax. That shit's so much work.
Resumes are such bullshit because it's a sheet of paper that's supposed to represent who you are, and all it is like little factoids about what happened in your life up to that point, kind of, because half of them are fucking made up. Half of everybody's fucking resume is made up. Because everybody spins themselves in the most positive light. They talk about how they worked at this place and they were loved and this was their boss and I got so much experience and I learned this, this, and this when I worked at this place. Meanwhile, you go talk to that person, they're like, we sat around and made fart jokes all day and Jeff got blown in the back room. Like, no, it's not serious, you know what I mean? It's not serious. So resumes, it's just...
Resumes are bullshit,
dude. It's
a
part of society where it's like we're all still accepting this ridiculous facade of respectability when... I mean, the real way to get to know if you want somebody to work with you is you talk to them, you have a conversation, you know, you have something to eat together, you explore, you know, you're having a conversation with a person. See, it's stuff like that. Like, for me to fill out a resume, like, I always think, like, why? Why can't I just nice fly killing?
I'm trying to get it.
I always think, like, why? Why would I fill out a resume? Why wouldn't I just have a conversation with this person? And I always hate the dynamic of, like, this person is the boss and they are above you and you are underneath them and you need to listen to what they say. Like, on some level, I understand it and I get it that you kind of need that to a certain extent in society for everything to function smoothly. But on the other hand, it's like if you really look at every single person as an individual person with upsides and downsides and passions and things they hate and all that stuff, it's like, that's just demeaning. It's like, yeah, here, you have to listen to anything this person says. They basically, the only thing they can't do is tell you to fucking blow them or some shit like that. But outside of that, they say get my dry cleaning. They say go grab me Burger King, whatever. You go, oh, okay, I guess I got to do it. What the fuck is that, man?